So we came out here today really with two purposes in mind. One is to test some brand new Spyder holster equipment and just see how it performed in real life. The second one is to actually show you a video on how to take senior portraits. But what we didn't expect was this incredible wind that we've had today. It's been blowing between 20 and 35 miles an hour all day, which made us really shift up what we were doing. In fact, we came out with our big soft boxes, big 43-inch octaboxes, couldn't use them. Tried to put the beauty dish on there, couldn't use it. Winches to the cone, that worked fine, but it didn't give us maybe the exact pictures that we were looking for. Made it a little bit harder to create the video. But what we did is actually created a video on how to switch on the fly, how to change things up. You know, always when you're out there shooting, there's something that comes in that's unexpected. This is one of those unexpected days. We didn't see and foresee that we were going to have this kind of wind blowing, but we switched it up, and I think we created some really, really great pictures for you to take a look at.
So we decided on our first setup to escape the wind and direct sun by shooting next to a rocky cliff. Now we quickly learned that sandbags alone would not be enough to hold up our light. So I had to use Mark as my voice-activated light stand to hold this light steady. We really had to think on the fly when posing our model. This is one of those times, you know, when you actually have to break the rules and think different. Even breaking the rules, it still all worked out, and I think we got great images. On our way back, we found this great fence with leading lines. We love leading lines. So we decided to brave the wind, and we even had to wire our S1 light to the fence to keep it upright. Now fortunately we were able to pull off a few shots that looked like the wind wasn't even blowing. From up above, we could see a great patch of lupin that was blooming and growing right next to the shoreline of the lake. So we headed to the shoreline. When we made it to the shoreline, the wind was really, really howling. And of course, as usual, the direction of the wind did not want to cooperate with my desired shooting direction. Now I had a bunch of clutter in the background with my new shooting direction, so I decided this time I'm going low. That's right, all the way to the ground. And it worked. I really love these shots. Well, in our search for a spot with no wind, we drove to the opposite side of the lake. Any luck there? No, not a chance of that. I think it was even windier than the other side. But we did find a really cool patch of oak trees to take photos with. Now by this time the sun was almost straight up in the sky. It took all kinds of creativity to get the sun off of our model. We couldn't use a scrim or a flag because with these winds, it would have just turned into a kite and we would have been chasing it into the next state. So we did it the old-fashioned way. We turned my Val, my voice-activated light stand, into a human scrim. This lighting was not ideal, but using our Interfit S1s, we can create a little magic even in the toughest lighting conditions.
Also, we are totally impressed with how some of this new Spyder holster equipment performed. This is the brand new version 2 of their holster, as well as this new clip which is made for larger lenses like my 7200. Totally helps the holster now balance out. I gotta tell you, if you don't have one of these yet, they're brand new, you wanna get one, they're incredible. like I was saying before, you know, the wind was super strong. We had to switch everything up. And today we actually remember to do something that if you've watched any of our videos before, you know we often forget to bring our sandbags. Well, today we brought our sandbags. Luckily, I threw them in the car right before I took off, and I'm glad we did. But there was even times the wind was blowing so hard that we had to use our sandbags plus an extra arm. In fact, my cameraman here, the other chopstick guy, Mark, had to hold down the light as well as holding the camera. He did a fantastic job. But Amanda, thank you so much for shooting with us today, and hopefully you enjoyed this. We had a great day. And until next time, this is Steve, the other chopstick guy, and on behalf of Mark, the other chopstick guy doing all the camera work today, we want to thank you. We'll see you next time.